Hey guys, it's M.A.D.D.Y. I don't know, but today we are doing Distractible Day. Hell yeah. And I'm not gonna waste any time in going to this. Today's episode is called The Worst World Records. Well, we know the Guinness Book of World Records, and if you don't know, I'm a collector of the Guinness Book Records. My grandma gives me a copy of the Guinness Book Records each and every year since when I was 16? Yeah. I like to see what weird stuff people like to achieve and stuff like that. But let's see what the worst world records are.
My magic spoon. Oh man, things have been going so much better for me health-wise lately. I've been eating a little bit better, and I still love what I eat.
You didn't stop eating cereal, did you?
No, actually, I've started eating more cereal.
I actually like to make my own cereal by I take a cookie and I crumble it into bits and put it in a bowl and soak it in milk.
That's an option, but if you enjoy eating a bit healthier and still having flavors you like, you guys could always try Magic Spoon.
Was that like an extra sugary kind?
Yeah, is it like a spoon that you can eat as well? Like that's made of sugar?
Well, I mean, Magic Spoon has like all of the flavors, the crunchy textures and stuff that we love, but it's healthier than crumbling a cookie or eating normal, like, you know, at the grocery store cereals.
So you're saying it's gross?
Yeah, gross.
No, it actually tastes very, very, very delicious. 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 to 5 net grams of carbs in each serving. It's low carb, keto friendly, gluten free, grain free, soy free, and only 140 calories per serving.
Do they have flavors? Like kale flavored cereal? Like
Yeah.
Granola?
Cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, blueberry muffin, maple waffle, honey nut, cookies and cream, cinnamon roll. Is that enough flavors for you?
Yeah, actually.
I've never had blueberry muffin cereal. I kind of want that.
You can go to magicspoon.com/distractible, grab a custom bundle of cereal, try the magic for yourself. Be sure to use our promo code Distractible at checkout and save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember, get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/distractible and use code Distractible to save $5 off. Thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this episode.
Good evening, gentle listener, and welcome to Distractible,
A World of Production.
This week, Arbitrary Bob hosts, Mark gains laser eyes, and Wade gets healthier via the medium of basketball. The gents dissect suspect scores, modded cheaters, the power of groin-smashing horses, and an amber-encased erection that has lasted 99 million years. Yes, it's time for World's Worst Records. Now sit back and prepare to be distracted and enjoy the show.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Distractible. Yes, that's right. We found our way back to our computers, and all three of us are here to entertain your ears with more of this dumb shit. My name is Bob. I am the host of today's episode, and I am joined, as always, by my contestants today, Mark and Wade.
Hello!
Hey, hey, hey.
I'm Mark.
I'm the other one that's left.
Your name is Wade.
That's me.
If you're new here, and or if the only episodes you've seen are the last few, we used to have rules in the format, and we're going to be revisiting that today a little bit. The last couple, we've had some games and things going on. This is going to be a good old-fashioned, I'm the host, and I have selected a topic, and the contestants are going to try and earn points by talking about my topic, or not talking about it at all, and talking about whatever they come up with. We'll see. And the points are, you know, arbitrary and random, and I might not even keep track of points today. I might just pick a winner with my gut at the end.
Oh, don't say the word good. Don't say any words.
Not that I've done that before, but I have been accused on the Distractible subreddit of taking sides, of preferring Mark over Wade, and of just picking him arbitrarily, even though if you keep score at home, clearly Wade accrued more points. It's arbitrary. I hate to break it to you listeners, it's arbitrary. But we'll get to that. It's also a tradition to have small talk. Small talk begin. How are you guys?
Oh, I am great. I have new eyes.
That's some, what's that Tom Cruise movie where he can see the future?
Minority Report.
That's a Minority Report shit right there.
I know, right? I got brand new eyes.
Yeah, you just find a guy in an apartment complex. You tell him, hey, I need to change up my eyeballs. He pulls out a Ziploc bag from his fridge. He's got a bunch of different eyes. You choose what colors. You can even mix and match, and he pops them in.
Too true. That's exactly how it went.
Did he sneeze into your cavities while he was doing it?
Absolutely. He was very detail-oriented.
So what do you got, like a laser vision now? X-ray? What upgrades you go for?
I only went for lasers and X-ray. I didn't want to go through the whole spectrum of different wavelengths. Like, I thought that would be too much, and I heard about the wear and tear it does on your cornea and other people that you were looking at. So I was like, I'll just keep it simple. You know, it's your basic lasers and X's, you know.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Wade? How are your eyes?
I mean, honestly, I'm tempted to go through and get new eyes, too, because mine suck. But it's been good. I've been on a better sleep schedule and exercising a little bit. I went and played basketball for the first time in forever and nearly broke my ankle, which was great.
Damn.
But I'm feeling a little bit healthier, which I think is nice. I'm happy about that.
Cool, man. Cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Must be nice to feel healthier. I don't know if I've ever felt less healthy than I have this past week.
Oh.
I mean, I've just been sick,
Don't be.
which I feel like is the opposite of healthy.
Mm.
I guess maybe dead is the opposite of healthy, but I didn't swing that far. Just sick. Just regular old sick.
Okay.
It's plain old boring sick. It's nothing.
Well, the new eyes is interesting. I thought about doing that for a long time.
Mm.
I have a pretty strong prescription, but it would be neat to not have to wear glasses.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it. I think that I came through it, and I really no regrets. I see very well now, and it's all very cool. If you look up lists of, like, on Reddit, people ask, like, what do you wish you had done sooner? And, like, most of the top answers are always like, I wish I got LASIK. I wish I had done this sooner. Because it turns out being able to wake up and see is just a revelation that, like, 2/3 of the world does not get to experience.
Yeah, I really can't imagine what that even is like, because I wake up, and even, like, best case, once I'm fully awake, I got blurry nothingness. I'm in trouble until I wear glasses.
Yeah, it's still, I have to catch myself because when I'm going to bed and I can see clearly, I'm like, oh, I gotta take my contacts out. And my fingers just reach for my eyeballs.
You're just clawing at your eyes, like, come on! I know you're in there! Get out of me!
Yeah, so it's just crazy. I can't deny it is very cool.
Sounds nice.
It is nice.
Sounds nice.
Yeah,
Enjoy your new eyes.
thanks.
Hey, you could have them too, Wade.
I will. I'm going to take Mark's eyes.
You too could have an Eastern European man sneeze right into your eye holes.
That brings us to today's sponsor. No, it doesn't.
Any LASIK, laser eye surgery labs out there want to sponsor a podcast?
Specifically unsavory ones with a high risk of infection, failure, and/or death.
Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Yeah, never mind. It sounds fun. I want new eyes, but that's a discussion for a later time. Today, we're talking about the beginning of the 1950s, the early 1950s.
Good times. Good times.
Okay.
Sir Hugh Beaver,
No one left.
at the time managing director of the Guinness brewery, yes, that Guinness, the kind that makes the liquid, is at a shooting party in Wexford.
What is a shooting party?
A shooting party?
Like
It's
with
a
guns?
party for shooting guns, I think.
Oh,
Bang,
okay.
bang, shooting.
Okay, I thought maybe they took a lot of shots, but they took a lot of
No.
shots.
They classily drink brandy or something probably and smoke pipes or cigars or God knows what. But it's a shooting party. And while at this party, Sir Beaver gets into a rather large argument with everyone at the party. Sort of joins into this big fight about what is the fastest game bird in Europe. Because
Game
that's
bird?
important. You know, when you're at a party and you're like, do you know what the fastest hooved wood-dwelling animal is in North America? It's still definitely the white-tailed deer. And your buddy is like, no, it's the spotted Springer deer.
Fool.
And then you have this huge fight. And everyone gets so mad.
Sir Chipmunk, I will have none of this. I disagree, Sir Beaver. You shan't tell me it's not the white-tipped titty sprinkles.
I, Sir Brown Squirrel, declare that it is the hawk.
Sir Brown Squirrel is a name! Doesn't know.
Everybody knows how this be. You're at a party and everyone gets real hotted. Hotted?
Yeah, hotted.
Hotted
Heated?
up, I guess that's what I was trying to say.
You're real hotted.
Yeah, hotted.
Why isn't there a book about this shit? These fellows looked through all the reference books they had about game birds in Europe. there was nothing to definitively say what is the fastest one.
Mm.
And they were very, very upset. So
Obviously.
Sir Hugh Beaver incorporated soon thereafter the Guinness Superlatives on November 30th. The
The
Guinness
what?
Superlatives.
Superfluous?
After
Okay.
some initial research and organizing of the company, they begin on writing a book, which takes 13 weeks to write, writing through the weekends and through holidays and extra time, and went on to become an all-time bestseller we know and love as the Guinness Book of World Records, and or known today.
Which records were on page 69 of the original copy?
Guinness World Records. I could not tell you. I do not have a copy
Okay.
of the original Guinness Superlatives, but obviously that's how Guinness World Records was formed. We all know the story, but seriously, obviously, right? Am I right?
Obviously, seriously, obviously.
Tale as old as time, Beaver and the deer.
So that was a long way of saying that today's topic is Guinness World Records. Did you guys grow up with these books? These books were like a big part of childhood for me. Was this the thing for you?
I didn't have the book.
No, I didn't either. There was a show, wasn't there? Wasn't there a show about that?
There was a show on TV.
I remember that.
There was a show? Wait, where was a show?
There was a show that was sold apparently to 150 plus territories.
Wow.
And they have accrued 9.1 million, over 9.1 million YouTube subscribers. I'm not 100% sure. Let me Google that.
Looks like there's a documentary that spanned 3 seasons starting in 1998.
Wow.
It was like a summer primetime thing, right? Where it was like they would do Guinness World Records on TV sort of deal.
Guinness World Records prime time.
From around the globe, this series tracks the most interesting, thrilling,
It was hosted by Chris Collinsworth?
biggest, tallest, fastest, longest, and smallest world record holders. See actual records being set and meet the people who set them.
Chris Collinsworth probably means zilch to most people, but that's crazy to me that he hosted it.
Who is it?
He's like a big football personality.
He was
isn't
so being from Cincinnati, he was a Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver back in like the 80s, and now he's like one of the hosts of Sunday Night Football, which is like one of the biggest, most watched football games each week is the Sunday night game. Apparently, he also was a host of this Guinness World Records primetime, which I don't remember him being there. But then again, I was very young then, probably didn't know who he was.
That is kind of funny.
What?
A weird coincidence.
I mean, so were you guys aware of these books when you were?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Oh
everyone knew
yeah,
Guinness.
it was always like it was a coffee table book. People would
Yeah.
have it in their living rooms, and you'd flip through them, or a doctor's office. You'd flip through and like, whoa, look at that freak! Hey, these freaks in here! Hey, weirdos!
Weird.
Yeah, I didn't have a drive to like try to make a Guinness record like most people probably did, but the thought crossed my mind.
We'll get to that. You'll have your opportunities.
Oh,
Ooh.
I didn't own like every year, but we owned in my house, we had like a couple of these. I think we had 2002. I'm looking at the covers. I think we had 2002 and maybe 2006. Because I really remember those covers being around the house. But yeah, I mean, for anyone out there who's unaware of the Guinness World Records, it's basically just an accumulation of like people inventing things that they are the best at and then doing them the best. It's really fascinating because you might think if I told you like, oh, there's this company and they make a book or they publish videos about like world records, like, okay, cool. So what, like in athletic events, like fastest 100-meter dash or like highest high jump, or maybe in like more like sailing around the world type things. It's anything you want, baby.
Anything.
It is literally the requirements for getting a Guinness World Record are look through the existing database of Guinness World Records and either pick one you think you can beat or invent one that follows their criteria and then tell them about it and pay them their money. And if you meet all their requirements and they think it's interesting enough that people will want to watch it, boom, you get an adjudicator, you get a date, you do your world record.
Huh. So you can make things up. I mean, that makes total sense. I'd never thought about it before. But yeah, of course, you can make up your own record because how else do they get new records? But it was just like,
Right.
didn't realize it was that easy.
Yeah.
There's one man who sits in a chair with a big book in front of him, and his only job each day is to write down different ideas of what people need to do. And then he finds unwitting volunteers and says, You there, pick up that cockroach. You must shove it in one ear and have it come out the other. That is your job.
Why does it sound like Sir Beaver again? You there, boy.
He's still around.
around. He still sits in his chair writing his new book.
How much earwax dost thou have? Tell me!
That's where it went originally. Originally, he was like, what's the fastest bird? Shit. And like 10 years later, he's like, we really must diversify. You, servant boy, how many spoons can you consume? And do you vomit them up or shit them out? Begin.
Look, begin.
Either way, you get 2 records. Most spoons eaten and most spoons shitted or vomited. That's 2 for 1.
Hey, I shat more than him.
You'll get your name in a book. You'll be remembered.
I don't have a name. I'm but a lonely servant boy. I shall call you Charles. Good work, Charles.
The person to go longest in life without a name. Very good, very good.
Don't name me. You're stealing. You're shorting my record. Just call me Boy. So your name is Boy. All right. Put that in the book.
Record lost.
You're in the hospital, the doctor's like, what would you like to name your baby? I don't. No, nothing. I'm going for the world record. A child that goes longest without a name.
It's like you get this like while you're pregnant or your wife is pregnant, you're like, all right, we're gonna do this record. We're gonna do this, all right? At the birth, the adjudicator from Guinness World Records is there. The baby comes out, and the doctor like slaps on the ass, and the guy's like, click. Stopwatch is going. I'll be here until you give him a name, I guess.
Yeah, or until he dies, which is, I guess, the limit. So, hope he makes it to 93 because, whoa, that record, that's gonna last.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so that's Guinness World Records.
Oh, God.
I will say, so the requirements for what basically can be a world record title are not as many as you might think.
Okay.
It must be, this is from GuinnessWorldRecords.com, it must be measurable objectively by some unit, like a distance or a weight or something, size or whatever. It must be measurable. It must be breakable, so it can't be something that like only you could ever do.
Yeah.
Someone else must be able to break your record if they so choose.
If they
It
so
must
choose.
be standardizable. So can you recreate a scenario where this record could be broken?
Okay.
So it must, there must be, it can't be like, oh, I've created this one unique thing and it will be destroyed when I beat the record. It has to be like a repeatable thing. Can it be verified? Basically, can you take a video of it and make evidence? That's not a big one. And is there one variable on which the record is based? So there has to be one superlative thing, some maximum distance or amount of time or whatever. And no one else has to have done it. Those are the rules.
Okay.
So there's
you're
a
gonna
lot
make
of
one.
shit you could imagine that would satisfy that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. You'd have to think about it because I'm sure like there are some things that looking at now in this room I wouldn't be able to just like, "Ugh, what could I do? What could I do? But that's interesting.
What can I eat?
Yeah.
What can I get in me?
That was my first thought. Most babies drown in milk in an hour.
Jesus,
I'm
Wayne!
gonna go turn myself in.
That's 2 variables. That's milk.
Yes.
What percentage of the milk? Okay, and the baby. Okay.
Like
that's
how-
You
so
gotta
many
standardize the milk vessel in which you're doing the drowning.
Yeah.
variables. You think that through. You think it through.
Oh my
Clearly,
God.
Damn it.
And there are rules about they can't harm, in your record, you can't harm animals.
Humans
Animals.
are not an animal. What are you talking about?
That's true.
Sorry.
That's why we're better than animals.
Of course.
No illegal activities, no drinking alcohol as part of it, stuff like this. Basic rules of like, can it be on TV?
Surely there can't be a law against feeding babies too much milk.
Excessive eating is actually one of the no-nos.
I'm going to drown the baby in the milk. That's what I was trying to subtly imply.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
understand?
The record is called most milk fed to babies in a
Yes.
fixed amount of time, but it's actually just drowning.
Sorry,
Just
Mark. We're not allowed to
drowning.
do anything with babies, apparently.
Oh, right, of course.
Hey, no, the babies are not attempting the world record. They're just props as part of the world record. Only people who are attempting to hold records must be over the age of 16.
Good.
Unless it's illegal to drown babies.
I think it's illegal
My
to
record
drown
is I would
babies,
be the only
guys.
person under the age of 16 to have a world record.
That's gonna be a hard one to accomplish, I feel like.
Damn it. Thwarted before I could begin.
This episode of Distractible is sponsored by Mint Mobile. I figured out how to solve all of my problems with my mobile provider. I'm
Is
going off
that
grid.
What?
The Stranger
Cancel.
Things theme
What?
song?
Huh?
Shut that down. I burned my phone in a raft. I floated it down a river and hit the raft with a flaming arrow.
Sounds like a good idea. I think I'm gonna burn my phone.
Whoa, hey guys, before you go burning your phones, did you know about Mint Mobile?
No?
What is this, some other mobile company to sign a big contract with and get screwed over? No, I'm good.
What if I told you that you could get all of the wireless needs fulfilled for just $15 a month?
Liar.
Plus like $150 a month for a service fee or something? Like, yeah, sure. Yeah, you got me.
Just $15 a month.
I mean, that just doesn't sound real.
That's Mint Mobile's secret sauce. They're the first company to sell wireless service online only.
What is it, like half a G?
No, it's 5. You get 5 Gs. All 5.
All 5.
What's the cap? I gotta buy like a new $3,000 phone.
Wait, did you send your phone down a river on a boat and hit it with a flaming arrow yet?
Not yet. I just strapped it to the raft. I've not put it in the water
Okay,
yet.
I'll pull it off the raft.
Okay.
You can use that phone with Mint Mobile, and that way you can keep your same phone number along with all your existing contacts.
I'm gonna hang on to my phone, I think, just in case. Sorry, Bob.
You can get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free by going to mintmobile.com/distractible. That's mintmobile.com/distractible. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/distractible. Bob, if you really hurry, you might be able to get your phone back, but it is probably rushing away in the water at the bottom of the waterfall.
Way ahead of you, Mark. I'm gonna get it back. I'm coming. Daddy's coming. Don't you worry.
This episode of Distractible is sponsored by Upstart. It can be hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel when you have high interest debt, and sometimes it can be even harder to ask for help. That's where Upstart comes in.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Upstart. Come on.
Usually is where one of you decides to just be totally opposed to the idea and have your own stupid scheme.
No, baby.
You sure?
Upstart.
No one buying any Pokemon cards?
I'm all on board. I think Upstart's great.
No one investing in Dogecoin? No one piling on more college degrees? No one getting more credit cards?
No, dude, that's what Upstart's here for.
Oh man, I'm here to listen to you. What do you got, man?
Well, we've all been there. Seemingly out of nowhere, you get hit by an unexpected expense or bill. Wait, what?
Woo! Medical emergencies.
Plumbing.
Powered personal loans can help you pay down high-interest debt, all online with simple and easy to understand payment terms.
Easy.
Yeah, because when you're paying off credit cards, consolidating high-interest debt, or funding personal expenses, Upstart can help you get one fixed monthly payment with a clear payoff date.
I can manage one. Hard to manage 10.
They consider your income, your employment, like any crazy, like food delivery trebuchets, huh?
No, all normal stuff over here, man.
You can check your rate in minutes, for loans between $1,000 to $50,000, without impacting your credit score.
That's nice. That's a lot of money, too.
Yeah. Check your rate today at upstart.com/distractible. That's upstart.com/distractible to check your rate today. Don't forget to use our URL to let them know we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application.
Other information. I love it.
Go to upstart.com/distractible.
Yeah, so the rules seem fairly simple, but obviously there have been some controversies. Do you guys know of any Guinness World Record controversies?
Are you asking this like we
Not
will
really.
have some prep?
You don't have to do any research. I'm just saying, like, before I started looking up stuff for this episode, I was aware of a couple controversies surrounding some Guinness World Records.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure there is.
There probably is.
Considering, like, how do you always have to have someone from Guinness there when you break it, or can you just document yourself doing it?
No, they have to
Oh.
they have to have like a Guinness person there to like
The one that
adjudicate it.
does come to mind is the Donkey Kong high score.
Yes.
Wasn't there a whole documentary made about this one guy? Like, it was, I think the documentary was called like King of Kong or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, and so
Yes.
the Mr. Dude with the long hair and beard that hasn't changed his style since the game came out, he kept saying like he broke the record, but it either like was never on camera or anything like that, and like he was asked to repeat it. He's like, "Of course I can't do that again. Of course I can't do it again. Oh, just think." How could I? And then it was like he modded the game or something. I still don't know what the legitimacy of it is. I really don't. I have no idea.
Would you like some details?
Yes, I
That's one of the ones I was also aware of on just from being in the gaming spheres and stuff.
Yeah.
His name is Billy Mitchell.
Billy Mitchell.
He was the King of Kong.
The king of
Actually, not 100% sure that movie was about him exclusively, or if there's another guy. But yes, he set his Donkey Kong high score in 1982 with 874,300 points. And in June 2005, he became the first player to ever top 1 million points in the original Donkey Kong. Oh, this article I'm using for reference actually says 2007, the documentary King of Kong documented Mitchell's continued attempts to top his million-point record, and he edged it up over a million a little bit. Basically, this was verified by a website and organization called Twin Galaxies. And if you're at all into like speedrunning in video games, Twin Galaxies is a big name in, and has been for a long time, in like speedrunning and archiving footage and stuff. And they were the original company that verified for Guinness that his records were legit. He actually had 2 Guinness records, one for the Donkey Kong score and one for a Pac-Man score. But basically he had 2 Guinness records. And in 2018, Twin Galaxies was like, you know what? Billy Mitchell cheated. We have analyzed the video, and we have proof that Billy Mitchell was like buddies with the guys at Twin Galaxies. We have evidence that he played on an emulator instead of an original thing. It's all very technical, but basically Twin Galaxies was like, no, he cheated. No. And so Guinness was like, well, shit, those guys were the ones who told us. We don't know about this. So no more records. They took away his records. And this guy, Billy Mitchell's entire life revolved around this. I don't know if he had a day job, but he was like a personality in the gaming world. The King of Kong. This is him. This is his life. Goes to conventions. He does all this stuff. He sued. He threatened to sue and did sue multiple parties about all this stuff.
Wow.
And there are ongoing lawsuits. He sued a YouTuber called Apollo Legend, who's like a YouTuber who covers like speedrunning stuff and talked about this. He sued an individual. He also sued Guinness and sued Twin Galaxies. And in June of 2020, Guinness, and I have no idea who verified this or what, Guinness was just like, this ain't worth it. You can have your records, bro. And reinstated both of Billy Mitchell's records.
Wow.
Even though Twin Galaxies maintains that they are like not legitimate and were played on emulators or something, were played on like hack cabinets or some detail like that.
Something
Fascinating.
must have happened between him and Twin Galaxies, right? Like for them to go and like re-examine and to have that big split, like there's something else there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get into the conspiracy theories of it all.
There are some great videos. Apollo Legend on YouTube and also Carl Jobst on YouTube have like multiple in-depth videos documenting illegal action and what happened and all the evidence and stuff. This is just reeks of like daytime, like Jerry Springer show like action.
Yeah.
Where these guys are like yelling at each other and you know they're fighting for their little fiefdom, their little corner of the gaming world. I don't know the details, but it's exhausting. And there's a ton of YouTube videos to watch if you want to learn all the nitty-gritty details. But yeah, it's not so easy making Guinness records, man.
Yeah, apparently not. But also that is, I mean, it's not hilarious because I see it, so you see it everywhere. People fight over the stupidest things. Because to that person, of course, it's like, it's the world record. It's the greatest in the world. You have your one chance. But also it's Donkey Kong and it's a video game. Do you think he's gonna sue us? Are we gonna get sued?
Billy Mitchell, don't sue us. I acknowledge that Guinness World Record has reinstated your records, and I have no official opinion on whether or not they are legitimate. I defer to Guinness, and they say you are the record holder.
I want to point out that Twin Galaxies has not, so you should sue us.
You beat me to the punch.
A little controversy might promote our podcast.
That's right. Fuck you, Billy Mitchell.
Fuck you, Billy.
Washed up, has been, never was been. You didn't hold me records.
Oh, my Lord.
He's gonna message you, guys, I really enjoyed your podcast. What do you tell me?
Like, I don't want to get sued.
I really did beat it. I'll show you the proof.
No, well, I don't know the details of it specifically enough to explain it like correctly, but I know part of the evidence of like why people think his record-setting videos are fake is literally the way the screen, it's recorded on like a VHS camera pointed at the cabinet, right? It's an arcade cabinet.
Okay.
The way the levels load in is different on the original arcade cabinet versus the emulator cabinet, which I think is called MAME or something. It loads in a different pattern. And so people are literally like frame by frame, like, oh, see that? See how it rendered it diagonally? Oh, one more frame. Yeah, and it went from top left to bottom. And like, the original cabinet doesn't render like that. It's impossible to get. And it's stuff like that where people are like frame by frame, like digging into this.
So M.A.D.D.Y level of
details of
crazy.
what is on the boards. And I don't know enough to know what's right or wrong about that. It's just hotly debated.
Yeah, because honestly, like, how would we even know? Like, maybe, oh, sure, it is an emulated cabinet. But it's with me, it's like, he's still playing the game, isn't he? Like, isn't he
It's
still
the
good
game,
at
right?
mean, yeah, but part of it is like, and this is a big thing in speedrunning in general, if you manipulate the file to change drop rates for like items, that can increase the amount of points you get. I forget, who was that kid who plays Minecraft? Dream. He set like a Minecraft speedrunning record, right?
Right.
But then there was this huge controversy about he was playing on a file where the drop rates for things were manipulated, and he basically set his speedrun by getting mathematically almost impossible luck with like what items dropped when at different points, and so like, you know, you can set an untouchable world record if you're getting points that are unattainable under normal RNG circumstances.
Well, then fuck your dream, fuck your nightmare.
I thought this was like a just a different manufactured arcade cabinet. This is a custom arcade cabinet.
So yeah, it's an emulator where it's like it's a modern hardware of some sort where you like load the original game code onto this thing. But with arcade cabinets, the physical arrangement of the board affects how the cabinet works and has an effect on how it plays. Again, not an expert. It's the kind of thing where on the emulator, there's no way to confirm if he did or did not manipulate anything or change the way the game worked to give him unattainable luck if he was playing under regular circumstances.
Okay. All right. That makes more sense. But also, I like you said, I don't know the metrics of comparison. I don't know what an arcade cabinet is, when it works, when it doesn't work. I haven't watched his playthrough video, so what could I really say?
They're cheaters, all of them.
All of them are cheaters.
Yeah, stick to it, Wade. Get him. Call him out.
If you have a record, you cheated. No one can be better than anyone else. We're all the same.
I have the record for the most cheating at record attempts. Damn it. I've cheated all of them.
Well, so Billy Mitchell has had a lot of controversy around whether his record was like legitimately achieved or whatever. There's also some really stupid controversy around some records that comes exclusively from Guinness. There was this woman named Jessica Anderson who decided she was going to set the fastest marathon time for a person dressed as a nurse. And this was in modern times, right? She's not dressed as a Halloween nurse, like a slutty nurse costume or anything.
Oh, then I'm not interested.
Yeah. She was dressed as a nurse would dress. She did this in 2019. Dressed as a nurse would dress in 2019. She did the marathon in 3 hours, 8 minutes, and 22 seconds, which sounds incredibly fast.
Don't nurse outfits kind of depend on where you work, too?
I mean, but in general, I mean, I don't know what you see for nurses, but when I envision a nurse in modern day in a hospital or whatever, they wear scrubs, they probably wear comfortable sneakers, they probably have a stethoscope around their neck, and they're probably telling me I'm kind of fat because they took my weight and we're like, whoa. All right. Wait in here, Chubby. The doctor will be in a minute to confirm that you are indeed fat.
I mean,
that's not wrong.
This is my experience, but like, I'm sorry.
You're not fat.
You're not fat like me, Mark.
So you don't get the special greeting at the doctor's office.
You're right. I'm not in the club.
What are typical, like, nurse shoes, for example? Like, would they just be, like, walking shoes? Would they be...
Yeah, I always imagine kind of like white, like really ergonomic, comfortable on your feet all day, kind of like New Balance or something like that, right?
Yeah, probably.
I guess, because, I mean, most nurses I think of are, you know, red and black lingerie, high heels,
Wait a minute.
Hold on. Watch a lot of nurse porn ways?
Stetho whip in one hand.
Stetho what?
What?
Stethoscope.
Oh, stethoscope. Okay.
Did you misspeak?
No.
I didn't think so either.
That was, no, not really. The scrubs, I mean, I wore scrubs when I worked in the medical industry, so scrubs are pretty common. I could see that.
Anyway, listen, you're hitting right at the core of the entire issue here, Wade. So she did this.
Oh, shit. Well, hell
She
yeah.
ran real fast, and then Guinness was like, that's not how nurses dress.
Oh, no, they didn't.
You know how nurses dress.
Oh, no. The Stetho whip.
According to Guinness, a nurse should be decked out in a blue and white dress with a white hat.
What?
Because that is how nurses dress.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Are they thinking of like an early 1900s
Right.
nurse?
Yeah.
Wait, nurses dress like the lady from the cover of Enema of the State, the Blink-182 album?
Kinda,
What?
yeah.
With a white hat? When's the last time you saw a nurse in
With
those
a white
paper white
hat.
hats?
The one with the
White
plus.
hat, a button-up white shirt, slightly unbuttoned down, a short skirt, and high heels.
I think it must have been like Mr. Beavers in the back with a bunch of like life-sustaining systems, and he checks everyone. It's like, that's not a nurse!
They must be wearing Steffi #3 red lipstick while also carrying a clipboard with no less than 3 sheets of paper.
Where's the big red cross on her chest?
So, suffice to say, this sparked immediate outrage on social media. Hashtag what nurses wear became kind of a thing on like Twitter and you know, on social media. Guinness was pretty quick to recognize this mistake and gave a statement where they were like, well, this was like a really outdated and stereotyped definition, and that's wrong. We were wrong. And they fixed it, and they gave her a record. I'm sure they realized their error on their own without public outcry. They just one day were like, man, maybe we misspoke. We should rethink that.
Maybe we said something wrong.
Pitchforks at their door.
Yeah.
I just like to imagine this woman was like, hey, yeah, Guinness, I want to run the fastest marathon dressed as a nurse. And neither of them was like, how does a nurse dress? The nurse was like, yep, I'll just wear my work clothes. And the Guinness guy was just like, oh, hot. I can't believe you're going to run a marathon in heels.
Yeah.
Wait, where's her Christian cross necklace and her wedding ring?
You know, we joke around, but I feel like Wade, who you were when this first got started, you were the one that was judging this.
You were the Guinness guy.
Where's your stethoscope?
Yeah, exactly.
Where is it? Hit me once to know if it's real.
If you want your world record, you've got to tell me I've been a bad boy. Can you do it again, dressed as a school teacher? Put this on, try it again. Like you're running a little slow, you should probably take off that blouse.
Have you ever seen the Magic School Bus?
What if I'm the track and you have to run over me? Okay, yeah, anyway, to be totally fair, Guinness did fix this, but like, how does that get out?
Did they pull like an archival book off of a dusty shelf and like, we must look up the definition? Or was it just a really old fuck that was sitting in a fireplace room?
It was Mr. Beaver himself. They kept him locked in a vault with a cigar.
That's the joke I made earlier.
Yeah, Mark did make that. He's still there. He's still the one that makes the final call. Points for Mark for getting to it first. Mark holds the Guinness World Record for that joke.
Yeah.
Damn
Thank
it.
you.
But he wasn't dressed as a guy who makes the joke when he made the joke. Sarah Beaver, when he incorporated Guinness superlatives, was like, and you must use the 1856 Encyclopedia Britannica. This is the only reference for which you may draw information and details regarding any future Guinness. And all the Guinness people are still like, It says a school teacher is a young woman who is kind to the boys she's mentoring. God, shit.
As it was written.
As it was written, they all chant at the same time.
It's like when it's all like, ooh, that's
All the boys
honest,
dressed as though they were attending the shooting party at which Guinness was originally conceived. While wearing those pants that pop out to the side for some reason. for shooting.
For shooting.
They must have a revolver on their right hip, a cigar in their left hand.
A snifter of brandy.
Scotch,
God.
no less than an inch high in the glass. Brandy.
Oh my
Brandy,
God.
Scotch.
And a nameless servant boy. May the most nameless win.
Thank you, sir, for including me. It's an honor to be here.
Shut up, boy!
Okay.
Or I name you.
Please don't. I'll name you. You want the record, don't you? It's the only point of your existence. The only thing I have. Please, sir, don't call me by a name.
Gray.
No! Master, give Dobby a name. He tortures me. Anyway. Do we all have, like, stories that we're suppressing of our childhood?
No.
I had no name before I became Lord Minion. And then I got my third report card in a row with, it was all C's with one D. And my dad looked at me dead in the eyes and was like, Robert? And I was like, no! I've been named!
Yeah, that's why babies cry when they're born.
Everybody's naming them right out. Right out of the old womb there.
My record.
Babies also sound like Sir Beaver.
I'm born again.
Oh, God. They come up with a top hat, a monocle, and a mustache.
Snifty brandy.
And a big old gun for shooting.
You know babies, right? Top hat, monocle, gun. Yeah, babies.
Babies.
Yeah, that
That's
baby
baby,
who's in charge
right?
of Monopoly. Love that guy.
With all the free parking. Oh, so nice.
Well, so that's Guinness. Yes, it's
Uh-huh.
the beer company. I honestly, when I was a kid, I was always confused by that. I was like, I know Guinness is like a beer. No, I'm not allowed to have it. Why is this company named like the beer company? Like, aren't the beer people mad about this? No, they're not mad. They are them. Guinness World Records is the same company that makes the delicious beer that you should only drink if you're of drinking age in wherever country you live in. And they have some crazy stuff. That's the all set up. More than half the episode was set up. What I want you guys to do, what I'm really going to give you points for, we're getting down to it. I want you guys to find either the most interesting or batshit crazy records that exist that you think maybe you have a shot at beating, or you would like to try to beat because it sounds fun, or to make up your own. And we can just talk about crazy ass records if you find any. But
Most boobs squeezed. I will go for the record.
Gotta be careful. What is a boob?
You didn't specify what type of boob.
The ones I've found, I don't know if I want to try to beat, Bob. I don't know if I want to try to beat them at all.
Why? What did you find?
Well, so one of the ones I remember from the show that stuck with me while I remember there was a show was, I'm pretty sure they had a guy on there who, I don't remember how he did it, but he would like either put milk in his nose or his mouth or something, and he would squirt it out of like
His
tube.
eye.
Ah.
It's from iCarly. I remember that.
It was
I remember
long
that guy.
distance to spray milk out of your eyes.
Yeah.
And my eyes hurt so bad every time I think about that. And I don't want to try to beat that, but it sounds terrible.
I had a buddy who could do that. I remember that now. I do. That happened, and we were all like, "Oh, you can squirt liquid out of your eye hole?" Whoa! I did it once. Not a fan. Not my favorite activity.
Yeah,
but
no.
My buddy was into it.
But what's weird, yeah, I think I also tried to do that. Why did everyone try to do that?
I did not. I never wanted to.
I remember.
Nope.
Reed was not enticed.
I was not.
I have some fun ones here. Toughest groin kick.
Oh,
By what measurement?
I will help you break this, Mark.
Oh, wait, no. Is it the one taking the kick or the one kicking the kick?
Kicking.
2 records in one.
Your own self.
Kick yourself in the nuts.
So you're not gonna like this. So Kirby Roy volunteered for this to be delivered one of these fine boots to the testicles by none other than MMA fighter Justice Smith at a speed of 22 miles an hour with 1,100 pounds of force behind it. With not even a flinch, Roy simply conceded that was a strong kick, end quote. But
Did he die?
But explained to MMA Underground that it's because he had been kicked there so many times before that his nerves process only 10% of the neurotransmitter necessary to communicate pain from the testicles to the brain.
Why?
So what I'm thinking about this is they don't specify. It says toughest groin kick. It doesn't necessarily say testicle kick. So if someone without testicles took an even harder kick, you ever see that YouTube video of the 50 caliber bat?
Yeah.
No.
The one that like rips baseballs apart.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
I'm
Yeah.
saying, you know.
Cut you in half? No.
No, that would sort of liquefy, I feel like, skin and stuff. Like that wouldn't be
Oh, it
like,
hurt.
ooh, ah. That would be like, and that part is gone.
So is this a kick where if you like, I don't know, duct taped your balls and shaft up and you just took the kick to the taint and missed the groin?
All good. All good.
Okay.
It's great because, you know, it says only 10% of the pain. How did they measure that, number one? But also 10% of that would be 110 pounds of force. And I don't want 110 pounds slamming at my groin no matter what. So this is impressive, to say the least.
I'm not at all confused or concerned about an MMA fighter who knows how to kick someone in the nuts really hard. That tracks. Why is this dude taking so much groin trauma that his nerves in the area are so reduced? What happened to this guy?
I don't really know.
What is his job? Cup tester? Kevlar groin protection enthusiast?
Actually, he works with horses. He stands behind the horse to see how good they can kick him in the nuts.
Yeah, and also, like, when it comes down to records like this, do you need to have, like, functioning testicles to qualify? Shouldn't there be a subcategory of, like, functioning nerves work testicles versus you got steel ball bearings in your sack? You know?
Well, just to be clear, the guy who got kicked is the record holder in that scenario, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Or is it the kicker?
But I think also just like there should be a record for hardest kick to the groin because they measured that at the same time.
Yeah.
They didn't have any other measurements out there. So Justice Smith probably has the hardest kick to the groin.
I feel like those are two very opposite records. Like if we're at a party and you're like, hey, I actually hold the Guinness World Record for strongest kick of someone else's groin, I would kind of be like,
You want to see?
cool, I guess, but like, damn, that's weird that happened.
You want to go out?
But if you came up and were like, hey, I hold the Guinness World Record for strongest kick to my groin, I'm like, okay, bye.
It's like
I gotta go suddenly.
It's like if the
That's really interesting.
It's an unstoppable force versus an immovable object. It's literally that. What if they meet like at a convention and they lock eyes and they know that the other one is their perfect
They
match?
greet each
And
other.
they start spiraling
They're just
around
running
each other.
across the
Ooh,
floor.
they looking at each other. Space clears on the dance floor. It's a dance floor, of course.
Yeah,
and then,
obviously.
just like if the guy squares up, spreads his leg, the other one winds back. It's beautiful. Have you seen RRR yet?
No.
All right, so those who are listening for RRR, it's like that dance sequence, but a lot more groin kicking. It's an Indian movie that came out this year. It's fantastic. It is legitimately fantastic.
Like Bollywood type stuff?
It's I think it's officially called Tollywood because it's a different area than Bollywood, but it's like if you know Bollywood action, like it's got that, but the story is actually really good. The movie is just an enjoyable experience. Highly recommend.
Okay.
And the dance sequence, which there is a dance sequence, is fucking incredible. Like, no joke, incredible.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
All right, so I like that. So you're saying you want to get kicked in the nuts even harder?
No, I didn't. I wasn't operating that as a suggestion.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we could definitely-
Yeah, I can like wind
I
up.
know some kickers.
Well, I'm pretty good. What they need is an NFL kicker, like a, field goal kicker. It's the only way. It's the only way, guys.
All right, wait, are yours worse than what Marcus found, or what? Because you were moaning a fair amount about
Slightly
what...
less. Okay, I went through some stuff here, and some of these have images. So if you want to see images, by all means, you all can Google yourself. Here's one: longest metal coil passed through the nose and out of the mouth. The image is a guy holding like two drills, one in each hand, that has this big metal coil, and you can see it go into his nose on one side and out of his mouth in the other, and he's doing it in both nostrils at the same time with each drill.
Wow.
It's not pleasant. There's one of a lady who has the longest fingernails on pair of hands ever.
Yeah,
The
I seen
fingernail
that.
length was over 28 inches. No, 34 inches per hand.
Wow.
34-inch fingernails. And as your fingernails get longer, they don't go straight out. They start to curve down. God, it's not pleasant. There was a record that didn't have an image, thank God, of most maggots moved with one's mouth in an hour.
What? Yeah, what does that mean?
Yeah, here. Charlie Bell, a former steelworker who is presumably now working full-time with clearing out his mouth, reportedly carried 2 square feet of live maggots in 1 hour from one container to another using only his mouth.
Oh, no, I envisioned it.
There's a 90-minute bath in maggots listed in the same list.
That's it. That seems beatable.
That's
I
more
just
beatable,
said that
though.
word.
I feel like you would get used to it. Like you're in maggots, and it's like at first you're like ew, and then it's like it's all right, whatever.
Well, you gotta get some plugs. Are you allowed to plug holes and things? Like, you just...
I mean, unless they start eating you or going in your orifices or something.
Don't let them in your orifices. Yeah, plug them.
Most cockroaches eaten. Funny story. One of my brothers one time went to a one of those like Frontier Day type deals where like they've got like the little games and drinks and gambling and stuff. And he was out of money, and someone offered him money if he would eat cicadas. I think he ate like 20 cicadas and made like a few $100 that he was able to gamble with.
Like dried cicadas or like alive?
No, like he went and got them out of a tree and ate them. Yeah.
That's different. See, the dried bugs. I mean, Mark, you've done that. I
Yeah,
think.
I've
on
eaten a
his
bug.
eyes.
I
Yeah.
don't remember where that happened, but
Yeah, I've eaten one bug.
They sell those. You can get them like Jungle Gyms in Cincinnati. You can buy dried bugs.
yeah, like live bugs. Like, they're crunchy, but also juicy in the worst possible combination. I feel like.
Well, the thing is, like, you can get used to anything, right? So if you do enough training, a bug just turns into food. There's many places around the world that, like, bugs are a delicacy or not even a delicacy. It's just like street food.
But they're like cooked. They're like dried or cooked or prepared. I totally get that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you got used to going out, grabbing a bug, and eating it, you would get used to that, and then it might be easier. Just doing it out of the blue with no training, that's rough. Like me eating that bug, and Ethan actually had the worst one. He had the water bug.
Yeah,
and
he
that
had
was bigger, and it was sharper. Well, actually, no, mine was like probably
sharper.
cruncher and sharper, spikier. But his was just like a psychological hurdle that he went through. So kudos to him for doing that.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm glad I got my rhino beetle
Yeah.
instead of the water bug. Ugh.
Ugh.
What about this record for most live scorpions in your mouth at once?
How many? How many we talking? How many we talking?
Yeah, what is it?
No.
Let me find it.
No.
I scrolled past
Mark,
it. I was looking at the world's largest orgy. Hang on. Where's the scorpions?
Wait, no, scroll back. Scroll back.
Wait,
Scroll
wait,
back to the
back it up,
word.
back it up, back it
Wait,
up.
Let's not skate it
In
up.
2006, in Japan, the most well-organized orgy known to man occurred, featuring 500 people, and you can buy the DVD for $40. Apparently,
Wow.
someone farted for 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
No way.
Oh, no way.
No way.
That's-
Is there a video of that?
You can try to look it up. In London, Bernard Clemens sustained his fart for 2 minutes and 42 seconds.
No
way.
way.
Someone ejaculated over 18 feet.
What?
What?
And I gotta remember 18 feet.
It's like that scene from Scary Movie where Bobby pins Sydney to the ceiling.
You know, I watched that movie way too young. Like way
Same
too
Way
here.
young.
too.
That was not okay movie to watch for like, when did that come out? When did the first one come out?
2000.
Like late 90s.
No,
I
scary
think.
movie.
Early
2004.
2001. Somewhere
Yes,
somewhere in that
scary
range.
movie.
I think it was 2004, right?
No, 2000. So I was
2000.
11.
I was-
when it came out.
I was
Yep.
probably being
Not the
born
right age
or
to watch
born.
that movie.
I saw worse when I was younger.
Inside Out, you know, a core memory. Roll starts rolling into the collection. Uh-oh. Yeah, anyway.
The scorpions, man. Hold on, let me flip
You were,
this.
yeah, the thing about the scorpion one is like, what scorpion? Because there are very small scorpions. What about baby scorpions?
Here we go. Dean Sheldon appeared on Guinness Record TV in Stockholm, Sweden, with a bowl full of scorpions. He was there to the for most scorpions in the mouth. Small amount of Chinese golden scorpions, but was able to stuff his mouth with 21 scorpions from the bowl provided. I'm assuming they're still the Chinese golden scorpions.
Okay, so specifically Chinese golden scorpions for that particular.
After holding them in his mouth for 10 straight seconds, he broke the world record and was awarded designation. Nice about the experience. Your blood, it wasn't too bad. Mouth hurts a little bit.
Oh, so they were stinging. Ah, good. Ah, great.
Scorpion's venom isn't fatal.
Well, I mean,
Apparently this particular one.
that's fine.
But yeah, there's a picture of him with the scorpions crawling out of his mouth. It's not pleasant.
Okay. I have some here. Let me just collate them.
Bob, I feel like we're deviating from what you wanted, but I can't help it.
No, this is what I was kind of hoping for.
So what I'm seeing here is on the official Guinness website. I'm going through some showcases here for different things. They don't list all of them. There's a whole subcategory of like marathons dressed as ABC. That would be the easiest one to do because it seems like they accept it. But it's about the fastest time, so don't expect to hold it for very long. But there are a few here that seem just, if you have enough money, you can do it. I'm gonna put a picture in the Discord here, which is record for the largest working rifle. Can you see that shit? That's just like an artillery cannon on the back of a red pickup truck. It's just, I'm sure it works, but good God, that's gonna destroy the town next over.
That doesn't seem like a feat.
Mhm.
It doesn't seem like anything other than some guy who really likes guns, had too much money, and was like, how big of a rifle can I make?
I really don't like the town next to us. They got some policies I disagree with. And then Guinness World Records was driving by. I was like, oh, hey, does that work? And he goes, yeah.
Wanna see?
Just in case the Bigfoot comes by, you want to see a demonstration?
You wanna see it fired?
I went to town the other day and they gave me a parking ticket.
Yeah.
And I got some, what do I want to say about that?
Yeah. Oh, which way do I want to shoot it? Oh, how about that way? Just do like exactly northeast, 100 and fucking.
Yeah, no, it is literally, I mean, it looks like it has like some sort of powder firing mechanism. Like modern artillery has like the firing cap is built into the shell. So this looks like it's a specific style of rifle. I don't know what kind, like a flintlock or something, where there's a little powder bowl and you ignite the powder externally and then it but it's just an artillery piece. It just straight up is.
I hope it shoots normal-sized bullets and just a really, really narrow chamber.
It's actually a 22.
It's a BB gun.
Yeah, no, I totally appreciate that. I'm sure that is the biggest working rifle in the world, I guess. But part of having a Guinness record to me seems like it should be something where it's like, wow, I can't believe you did that. Not
Right.
like you said, like, wow, I can't believe you bought that.
Which I have a few here of that nature. Those are just the ones that are like, what the fuck? So this is the record for the most rotations hanging from a power drill from the ceiling in 1 minute. So that's
No,
just
that's impressive, I guess. Kind of.
if you can hold on tight enough and really got a powerful power drill. It's 148 rotations in 1 minute.
Oh, toe spinny.
Which, if you think about it, is only about 2.5 RPM.
Yeah, but as a whole human operating at 2.5 RPM.
Yeah, but if you like a skater, I think what RPM do figure skaters get to? No, they. Oh wait, no, that I'm dumb. It literally RPM is there. It's 148 RPM. Okay, maybe not. To pull off a quad, they need an average rotational frequency of about 340 RPM. Okay, so
But that's for like less than what, a second and a half maybe?
Yeah.
Of actual spinning.
yeah, you're right. But that's half of what it normally is. They say their average is like 80 to 100 RPM for normal jumps and stuff like that. So I think you could sustain that, and if you just really commit to it and maybe pass out, I don't know, you could probably do that one.
I found the world's most dangerous cheese.
I don't
Excuse
even have a guess.
me?
I thought I had a guess, but I don't. What is that?
Kasu marzu, or maggot cheese, considered a delicacy in
Oh.
Sardinia, Italy. It's a type
Well, that's
of
the one I was trying to think of.
yeah, made from sheep's milk that's left to rot in the open, where maggots make their way in, aiding in the cheese's fermentation, leading flavor due to the maggot's digestive system.
Oh,
It can fetch a pretty penny due to its illegal status in the European Union, can also cost you in fines up to 5,000 euros if you're caught with it. The financial risk isn't the only reason Kasu marzu is so dangerous. If live maggots aren't removed or blended into a paste, they may continue to live in your stomach if consumed, and can cause a lot of different problems, such as vomiting, abdominal pain, bloody
I
diarrhea.
did not anticipate this much gagging during this episode. Oh man, the maggots.
Oh, don't you challenge for disturbing and weird. I'm looking for it.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So the world record for the longest duration of erection
Oh.
is kind of in flux.
Oh.
There's been numerous erections that last for multiple days from
No,
the
more than
bite.
4 hours. Consult your doctor.
Exactly,
What
yes.
the pills say?
This is not from Viagra.
Oh.
These are for various different reasons. One of them predominantly is from
Really horny.
it's from a spider known as Phonutria. I'm not even gonna try.
biggest dick
It's
is
just like the hottest spider in the world.
No. Its sting can cause priapism in humans that can lead to uncomfortable and painful erections that last from anywhere to 1 day to 6 days.
Holy shit.
So
Yeah.
if I'm trying to get my hubby to reignite our passionate flame, I'm getting one of these things and having a really great week.
It's unbelievably, excruciatingly painful.
For him.
For whoever
For
has
whoever.
the erection, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the other party gets to have a good time.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe?
I don't know. However, that is not the longest duration of erection. The longest on a human, apparently, is 10 years.
What?
What?
10
What?
years. And this is where it's like, it's not a Guinness record. It's just like a general, like, debated one. In
Is
1996.
this record held by every boy from the age of 10 to 20?
No, sadly not.
Oh, okay. Sorry, go on.
In 1996, Charles Lennon underwent a procedure involving injecting plastic and steel into his penis. The dual tube procedure, apparently is what it's called, would allow it to go upward for sex and downward when necessary. But things would get hard. A decade, 520 weeks, 3,640 days, Lennon, aged 68, pursued a lawsuit after his owner wouldn't die for an eternity. Sadly, Viagra would only come out 2 years after that fateful day in 96. He said he could no longer hug people, ride a bike, swim, or wear bathing trunks because of the pain and embarrassment. In the end, Lennon received $400,000 after successfully suing the manufacturers of the Dura 2.
That sounds really unpleasant.
Yeah, why wouldn't you get it removed?
And certainly unfortunate.
Yeah.
None of that sounds like it should be a Guinness record for longest erection.
Right, because it's not like naturally based.
That's like letting someone do all the steroids they want and then run the fastest 100-meter dash and be like, oh, it's a record. Yeah, no shit. He injected human growth hormone into his running muscles. Like, that doesn't seem legit.
Yeah, this is why there's like various different things, because not all of this has evidence. There's things where man has erection for 8 months, but that's from another implant.
I want to see the Guinness guy standing in his room for 8 straight months just watching his dick nonstop to confirm.
There's one where someone had a 21-day boner, and this was because of an overdose of Viagra caused a blood clot in his penis.
No.
And he suffered for 3 weeks. He fortunately didn't lose his penis, because a common thing in this particular article is amputation because of gangrene after a while. Yeah. Ooh, what the fuck?
Nope, 4 hours, consult your doctor, everybody. Don't do it. Don't go for this record.
Which one of these was the official Guinness? Is there an official Guinness
There's
one? Or
not an
more?
official Guinness one here. I want to look on the
Okay.
website to be like longest erection. I don't know if that's going to be.
While you're looking that up, I've got deepest insertion of finger into one's nose.
Oh.
2¼ inches of a pinky. So
I feel like I could do that.
My pinky might not be long enough. That kind of disqualifies people with short. Unless you get someone else's pinky.
Yeah, it could be anyone's pinky, theoretically.
anyone's
yeah, it
pinky,
doesn't say it has to be yours. I feel like my pinky's about 2 inches, maybe longer than 2 inches. I don't know how long my pinky is. Maybe it's 3.
I feel like my pinky is a solid almost 3 inches.
Maybe mine is 2. Maybe, yeah. But still, 2¼ inch. That is a deep finger into your nasal cavity.
You just got to get someone with piano fingers, with a really narrow finger and really long. Because the thing is, I've had a NG tube put in my nose, which goes down your stomach. It's not quite finger width, and it sucks. And if you really wanted to commit, you could get something farther down there, I'm sure. But also, why would you do that?
Well, and get the record.
Yeah, but a tube is probably more bendy than your pinky. Like your pinky, you can only really bend at the joints. So you're like poking and prodding in a pretty sensitive area with a finger.
Yeah, but it like rotates and you can adjust it.
Well, the problem is you could crack the bone to your brain.
Yeah, your brain is right there. Your
Well,
finger is not meant to be picking at your brain.
Don't press on that part. That's not the part. You want to curve it down. That's where you want to go.
There was an occurrence
That-
of someone who
no.
died from getting an NG tube put in. It was a very old patient with very weak bones. And when they pushed the NG tube in, the nurse or doctor putting it in, they were under anesthesia, didn't realize that they had cracked through the skull and ended up shoving the tube into the brain and down the spinal cord, instantly killing the patient.
And then they filled their spine with food goop.
Yeah, they sucked it out, actually. That's what the NG tube's for. It's for
God.
sucking it out.
God.
But I don't think they got to the turning on the suction part, because I think when the heart beepy thing went, I'm pretty sure they realized they might have fucked up.
The doctor was like, oh, suck, quickly. He needs the suck.
Oh, interesting. I do have the record for the longest erection, and this is a technical thing. Okay.
Okay.
So the world's longest erection, not human, has lasted 99 million years.
What?
There is in amber a fossilized spider, relative of today's daddy longlegs, who died with a quote fully extended end quote erection 99 million years ago. And there is a picture of said penis as it is erect in the amber. As you can see, clearly, Your Honor, this penis is erect.
I like the arrow with the word penis pointing at it. That really sells it. Is this a YouTube thumbnail?
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, if you show me that and we're like, there's an erection in here, I'd kind of be like, is there?
Is there?
Yeah, no,
Where's
it's
that way?
Very, very helpful.
Either that thing was the luckiest or unluckiest to die doing what it loved most.
Probably unlucky.
Having an erection by itself.
Well, maybe there was something else there that just like left mid and he was like sad, but he still had the erection and like the amber dripped. It was like, well, fuck, I'm just gonna let it take me. Hashtag relatable, you know.
Hashtag relatable.
Shit.
Most kidney stones removed from a patient, 172,155, which were removed during a 3-hour operation.
That one seems unfair because how, you need someone with that many stones. It's not like this doctor was like, "Oh, we're gonna load you up with this shit. The more of this we put in, the more kidney stones you get. All right, and I'll take them right back out. Don't you worry about it. We set a record."
I don't know how. Yep.
That is terrible. That is truly terrible.
World's oldest vomit, 160 million-year-old fossilized vomit.
Yeah, all right, okay.
That doesn't seem beatable.
Yeah.
Who's gonna beat that?
I don't know, man.
Me, it's me, Sir Beaver. I yacked at the gun shooting party, and someday,
Some guy in the living room of his one-bedroom apartment, because he definitely lives alone, just has a big pedestal with fossilized vomit. Is like, yep, got up in 82, and I just had it like fossilized, just sort of preserved. I'm going for the record. We're like 30 whatever years in, and 180,999,970 to go. We'll get there. We pass this down through my family for generations.
Here's a record for blowing the longest strand of spaghetti out of a nostril in a single blow.
These are all terrible.
These are truly horrifying.
Largest collection of navel fluff from their belly button. They've got 3 jars of navel fluff.
Oh, boy.
I feel like you just gotta wear really fluffy sweaters for that one. Like,
Oh, boy.
Oh, I found a picture of the maggot mouth. We're moving on.
Okay.
oh,
Okay. Okay. Move on. Please.
We've talked about a bunch of things. What record would you guys try to go after? I'm sure you may or may not actually be interested, but you have to pick one that you give a real old college try type of thing. You doing the maggot bath? What are we doing?
I'd do the maggot bath. I think I could do that one. 90 minutes? That seems relatively easy, unless these are like some acidic maggots and I don't know what I'm getting myself into.
I would train really hard to kick someone in the nuts. Sounds like the least amount of concern for me.
I mean, it does sound like you could really hurt your foot, ankle, shin, break your leg bone potentially. Kicking that hard into anything, even a soft nut-like area.
That's true. I'm not as young as I once was. Maybe I'll go for oldest living human ever. I'll just try to live long.
I've always wanted to go for one where it was a game that I made up and it just doesn't exist yet, where it's like, and it would take a little setup, right? But it would be like, I would make some kind of thing. Did you guys ever see the cup stacking, the competitive cup stacking?
Oh, yeah.
I loved that when I was a kid.
I mean, it's still kind of big. Make up something like that, where it's like competitive stick arranging. There's like patterns, and you have to arrange them in the patterns as fast as possible. And I would do this and like get it just to the point where you could find it online if you looked, and then be like, yeah, I want to hold the Guinness World Record for, stick arranging, competitive speed sticking. I've always thought that would be funny.
Make the most population of people at once cringe from a bad joke. Think of the exposure.
Oh, this podcast must have that by now.
Oh my god.
I found the world's oldest stripper. That's a record.
Yeah,
oldest
I had
male
that one.
stripper. Yeah.
And he only died. He died at like 66, so it could be set.
If I become a male stripper at 67, then I'll crush his record.
Yeah, no. Do you have to be like a professional stripper, or can you just? I feel like we could keep that one in the chamber.
Yeah, I mean, you could just like go and strip at any time, and you're a stripper.
There's someone out there listening to our podcast that would care about seeing us naked at 66.
Oh God, yeah.
Hey, if any of you out there are older than 66 and you want a Guinness World Record,
Male, it's a male stripper. I don't know the female stripper.
male, okay. Any fellas out there who want a Guinness World Record, that one's right there for the taking.
Yeah, that's
easy. If you get a tearaway cop uniform and a boombox for some reason,
Oh yeah.
and probably like a bubble machine, and just go, go work a couple bachelorette parties.
Oh yeah. Go hog wild.
Call yourself the silver fox. Something, give me a better name. you're the marketer here. Don't lean on me completely.
Yeah.
That's it. Free record for the taking. Doesn't even say you have to be a good stripper, but I'm sure you would be. We would hire you for a show, right, fellas?
Yeah, if it's for a record, I would do that.
I would absolutely hire you to be a professional stripper to set a Guinness World Record.
And we'll get Mr. Beaver there to watch too to make sure it's legit.
He's always watching.
Yeah.
He's always watching.
He's like the oh shoot. I've only seen the movie once and I don't know the lore, and people who like this are gonna Dune, the guy, the like uncle, the head of the evil family guy who flies around in his real big robes. It's like that guy. He never dies.
Yeah, or like House Arcannon or whatever.
Takes his oil bath.
Yes. My racket. My
How good are you guys at balancing things?
What?
How good are you at balancing things? There's a record for the world's tallest hat. It was 15 feet 9 inches, and they had to walk 10 meters with the hat on for it to count as a hat.
Doug Dimmadome?
No.
Doug Dimmadome?
Damn Dimmadome!
Doug Dimmadome, we could beat the record.
No shot.
Yep. We get a 16-foot hat.
We got that one easy.
We just have to walk 10 meters with it on our heads.
Is it? Can you have it strapped under your chin type situation?
It doesn't look like this one is, so I would assume no.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it just
Okay.
needs to fit your dome
It
real
just needs
good.
to be like,
I got a big head.
You have an enormous head. That's a lot of friction area.
Yeah, I think I could maximize my abilities there. I think that's good.
Plus you're low to the ground, so easier to balance.
Of course, low center of gravity. It's good. And I have a natural downdraft.
I think we can do it.
I think we can do
How
it.
far
We
do you
can
go?
do it.
10
10 meters.
10 meters?
10 meters.
I think we should do an entire tour where we just embarrass that idiot and break their stupid hat record over and over. We just go to fairgrounds around the United States. Anyway, there we go. Wade's going to kick somebody in the nuts, and Mark is going to take a bath in maggots, which does still sound pretty concerning and like some real fear factor shit. But 90 minutes seems feasible. It really does.
what about
thank
you,
That
Bob?
was much more gross than I thought it was going to be. I definitely gagged a lot more than I thought I was going to. I'm glad we went down that route, and exactly as I intended. Great episode. Thank you for taking us there. That was really gross. Now is the time on the show when the host, who is me, tabulates the points, which I kept track of. I enjoyed our discussion about Sir Beaver. I feel like both of you offered quite a bit there. That was pretty close tie situation. I enjoyed Mark's little bit about knowing about Billy Mitchell, Donkey Kong Man. Some points there.
Thank you.
Wade was there for that.
I was there.
Wade definitely found substantially more disturbing records.
And he did.
Wade's were the ones that really made me want to actually throw up. Which,
You're welcome.
by my rules I've been following, is just a lot of points. Like 8 points or something.
Okay.
But Mark found some good ones. Mark found some discussion starters, you know? We talked about the RPM spinning, we talked about many things. But after some careful calculations and meticulous mathematics, it has been determined that the winner of today's episode shall be Wade.
Damn it! Yes! I'm the most disgusting human being!
Yeah, no.
That's a record.
Purely because it's just gross. Just, Mark, yours were too cool. The nut kicking was very funny. Loved it. Good topics. But Wade
Just the-
burned his name into my memory with the violent, almost throwing up that occurred. And
That's fair.
That's just gonna,
That's
gonna
fair.
clinch it. You know, 9 times out of 10, that's gonna clinch it.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Wade.
Maybe I could go for the record for most times to make my co-host vomit during a podcast recording.
It would not be hard. I have a very weak stomach when it comes to gross stuff being in your mouth.
Perfect. How much pain can your nuts take?
Probably not very much. I'm just gonna guess.
All right, that's fair.
That's unrelated to the vomiting, though. Mark, give a loser's speech.
Yes, if anyone wants to join me, I've got some of these erection spiders. We can all win Guinness record together by longest group erection. That would be fun.
You gotta get 500 people. You can beat the orgy.
Longest non-orgy.
Yeah, longest time with the most people in a room with the most sexual tension, but no actual sex. It will be wonderful.
What if you guys all stood in a circle and you had a bucket like hanging from your dicks and you had to pass it around to each other?
What do you mean?
I don't
What?
know why, but I want it to happen.
I get it. We have boners and I see what you're doing.
It's like the
It's-
orange in your crook of your neck game, but it's a bucket and it's your dongs.
Is this like a no hands passing also?
Yeah.
I see.
Tip to tip.
All right.
There'd be a lot of rubbing along the sides of things.
No.
I like that game, Wade. That sounds fun. Wade, do you have a winner speech?
Nope, I win. And that's all that really matters at the end of the day. Don't Google these images if you're eating or have a sensitive stomach, because I can tell you, if it was tough to hear, some of these were tough to see.
I didn't even see them. They were tough to hear. That's what did it for you. Thank you so much, competitors, for competing. You seem very satisfied with my arbitrary selection, as always, and I appreciate you hanging in there. Thank you very much, listeners, for listening. Make sure you follow or click the plus or subscribe or whatever to this podcast on whatever your favorite podcast platform is. They're all free to use and free to listen to this on, upon, or something like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, every Monday, there's going to be another one. You should follow and you'll never miss it again. So we know you miss it because we're watching you.
Yes.
We're very disappointed in how long it takes you to get to listening to our podcast.
I'm sorry, guys.
The
I'm
moment
sorry.
it comes out, I want you listening.
I know. I'm sorry.
Because if you're not listening it as it's releasing on the platform, you're not listening hard enough.
I'm sorry.
Listen harder. Like Bob said. Anyway, you can follow Mark on all of his thingies, social media and YouTube and whatnot, at Markiplier, and Wade on social media at LordMinion777 or on Twitch at Minion777. 3 sevens. Three different sevens. I am Meisker in various places. And
No sevens.
no sevens. 0 sevens. That's why they call me old Meisker 0 sevens. And that's going to be it. Thanks so much for listening to this episode. As always, we'll see you on the next one. You know, next Monday or whatever. We out of here. Podcast out.
Bye. Okay, so.
This episode of Distractible is sponsored by Magic Spoon. Oh,
Okay, so. Oh my god, that was ridiculously gross. Okay, ew. Okay, so. First things first. You know that song? First things first? Okay, no? Okay, fine. Sorry. Okay, so. I'm going to show you all the Guinness Book records that me and my sister have collected over the years. 2013. That's our first one. Our first ever one. And then we got 2014. Sorry. Here. I'll put you right here. So we got 2014. Then we got 2015. And then we got 2016. So this goes back a while. 2017. Then 2018. Then 2019. And that's where the thing stops. That's where we stop of continuing. Because we do not have 2020. Because it's a cough, I think. Because, like, hold on. Is there a 2020 cover that we don't have? Hold on. Nope. Guinn. Yeah. Nope. So yeah, we don't have this, so, but we do have 2021, so we just need 2020 and then 2022, and then our whole thing is complete. but here's the thing. I've stopped reading and collecting these since, like, I think, like, I've only read up to 2018. These two books are completely new to me because I think my grandma gives them to Nora now. So, yeah. But I am actually interested in the 2021 book if we can take a minute to look at the 2021 book. Not the whole thing. God, no. Do you see the thick of this thing? God, no. Just, like, skimming. Like, just skimming. Love Jupiter's on here for some weird reason. Like, Guinness has never been, like, I don't know. Oh, that's that new book smell. Yep. Let's do... Should we do Against the Clock or gaming? Maybe pop culture? No. Oh, let's do speedruns. Yeah, let's do speedruns. Speedruns 108. Okay, 108. 108. That's too far. Oh no, 180. What am I saying? 108. 180. 180. Okay. 180. Transport's on 169. What's on 69 on this one? Five, 6, 68. I guess this guy with a ginormous mouth is on actual page 69, so that's beautiful. 80. Oh wait, go back. Here we go. Speedruns of 80. I dropped something. It's okay. Let's see. Cuphead's on here. Cuphead. Almost 24 hours. Wow. That's cool. Let's see if any... Getting Over with Benefiting Glitchless. That's tough. An hour and 13 minutes. Wow. Or is that... No, that's 1 minute and 13 seconds and 2 milliseconds. Wow. Grand Theft Auto 5. Classic. 100%. 6 hours. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Any. 3 hours. League of Legends Tutorial Season 10 Part 1, 2 minutes, 7 seconds. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Nitro Tracks items at 5cc, 40 minutes. Minecraft Java. Any glitches, speed. Okay, 4 minutes. Super Mario Bros. Wii, any percent. 24 minutes and 28 seconds. Outlast, any percent. Wow. These are really cool. That's just the top 60 speedruns on speedrun.com. Pokemon Portal, Portal 2. Resident Evil 2, 3, 4. Roblox is on here. Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Galaxy. Super Mario Maker. Legend of Zelda. Simpsons Run. SpongeBob SquarePants the movie. Undertale. Wow. Wii U Sports. That's old. That's so cool. But where's the one with the okay. How about pop culture, yeah. Let's look at pop culture. Let's look at 94. Wait, no, back. Okay, pop culture. At the movies. Highest grossing R-rated film goes to The Joker. The first R-rated movie to gross $1 billion. Wow. Unblinkable lead ensemble actor. The Numbers.com uses the Brinkley Index to rank the monetary value that individuals bring to a film. Chris Evans in Knives Out currently tops the chart as lead ensemble actor with $7 million per movie, boosting his stature are 9 created and 2 uncreated appearances in Marvel movies. Below you'll find a list of other Hollywood notables whose presence regularly tallies with box office gold. Tom Cruise, Emma Watson, Jon Favreau, Robin Wright, Scarlett Johansson, Zack Snyder, Keelan Kennedy, and Alan Savalsi. Wow. Highest grossing spy movie series, Bond, obviously. But it was Spectre. No, Skyfall, yeah. Skyfall is like the highest. Wow. Did not know that. Oh god, highest grossing movie series? This has to be a joke. In terms of series of films with a single linear narrative, the 12 movies in Star Wars franchise have grossed $10 million. Purchased as Daisy Ridley, who plays Rey in the most recent A Mountain, The Rise of Skywalker, the 26 films in Marvel Cinematic Universe, see above left, right, have grossed more than double that figure, $22 million, but don't fit into a consistent narrative arc in the same way. I disagree with that fully, but whatever. Wow. Okay, let's move on. Then we got memorabilia. Okay. Let's look at Against the Clock 88. Okay. Most dominoes stacked in 30 seconds. That's pretty cool. Most circles around the leg with basketballs. Okay. Most popcorn moved by a straw. Wow. Most mustard drunk from a tube. Ugh. I hate mustard, and that's just weird. Most pine board broken in 1 minute. Most magic tricks performed blindfolded? The fuck? Most triple round the world ball control tricks male. What? Most tennis balls caught in 1 hour. Okay. Fastest distance. Okay, I feel like the hour one isn't really that impressive, but whatever. We'll have that. Where did my card go? Fuck, I had more to talk about. No, I had more to talk about. Is it this? No, I had more to talk about. Where'd it go? No, I had more to talk about. Fuck. Shit, I had more to talk about. No, I had more to talk about. Shit, okay, let's see if I can remember it. Okay, besides looking through the Guinness Book of Records for a little bit, this is all my collection. That's one thing I wanted to tell you. What else did I want to tell you? Fuck, this is why I write things down. I'm sorry. Oh, the iCarly thing. Right. Okay, so I remember an episode in iCarly where this guy, who was super cute by the way, comes into iCarly, I think it was through his nose. He drunk it through his nose and, like, literally squirted it out of his eyeball. I remember. Does anyone else remember that episode? Gosh, that was a good show. I heard it got rebooted, but I'm not gonna watch that. I don't watch reboot stuff. Is this it? No, it's something else. Fuck. Oh, is this it? Fuck, I have it. Jesus Christ. I'm dumb. I'm sorry. Okay. Book. Any ideas for... when I was little, I had an idea because my teeth are crooked and gappy, especially in the front. So my thing was, how long or how far can you spit water or any type of liquid out through your teeth in the longest distance? That's my idea, you know? And I don't know if I could beat any of these world records. I don't think I could. I talk about the milk guy on iCarly. Cup stacking. Okay, so when I was little, there was these, like what he said, like, cup stacking tournaments, and I bought one. My parents bought me one for Christmas, and I tried so hard. Those damn things are super duper hard. Do you know how hard it is to stack them up in a perfect triangle and then do it like that? And, like, in, like, the way, like, watch those videos. They are fast. I could barely do it in under 3 minutes, you know? And I was like a kid, but I don't know. That's all the things I had to talk about. I guess it was not as long as I thought it'd be. But, yeah. This is my collection of Guinness. I'll get 2,000 as soon as I can. Ugh. But yeah, I should probably return this to my sister before she gets mad at me. But this has been M.A.D.D.Y. I don't know, but this has been a very interesting podcast. For sure. Thanks, Bob. I really needed that. Ugh, maggots. Ugh. No, peace. Please, Bob, please.